I am super excited to be playing more basketball with this team. And, hats off to Belmont. That is one heck of a team. We knew it. We all knew it coming in. We knew they were going to fight for 40 minutes. And I'll tell you what a great game to watch, I'm sure. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy for this group and, really proud of them.
All right, we'll now open up for questions for student athletes, starting right here.
Maria Cornelius, 247 Sports, Tennessee. Sara, if you could just walk me through that last play. One, you falling down, having to leave the court, and then coming back to hit the game winner. And then Tamari, you set the all-time Tennessee blocks record at Tennessee, passing Candace Parker after Sara. If you can talk about that.
Well, I knew it was going to be crazy. Of course, a crazy atmosphere, but that's always great for us, because it just helps us to be able to want to do it for the fans as well. So going through, if I was open and the ball was coming to me, I knew I was going to knock down the shot. I knew everybody on the bench and everybody on that court had every ounce of confidence in me. They always tell me that. So as soon as I got it, I knew what I was going to do with it. So.
I think that play, it was just exciting. We had option, and everybody make sure we crushed the board. And I think we all knew as soon as it left her fingertips that it was good. This is a good job. And for the blocks, it's surreal, I think, because Candace Parker is just so amazing. I mean, she's amazing. A human being and basketball player as well, obviously. So to be able to do that and get it this season and in this game, it makes it a lot more special.
Over here on the left.
Gore Hall with the Knox News Sentinel. Sara, you have been doing that all season, hitting big three-pointers. You did it in the first game against Southern Illinois. I don't know if you can be ready for that moment, but how ready did you feel for this moment?
I was very ready, just because I knew my teammates had all that confidence in me, and so that just made me feel so free out there and just be able to do, the gift that God gave me to do. So, and that's to shoot the basketball. So.
Amen.
Here on the right.
Kelly and Stitz, WATE. This is for both Tamari and Sara. What does it mean for you guys to be part of the team to help get the program back to the Sweet 16 since 2016?
I think it's special, and we've been saying it all year that this group is it's different, and you feel the vibes with us. I feel like even the fans interacting with us, even though you're not there every day, it's a different atmosphere with this group, and it's just been really fun to play with each other. I feel like we go to bat for each other every game and every practice, so it's really exciting, but we're not done yet. So.
It's just really surreal because, as a freshman, like you come in and you're just giving it your all, you're just going out there doing whatever the team needs you to do. And so to be able to see all the work that we've all put in and it just come to fruition is absolutely amazing. And I'm extremely grateful to be a part of it.
Teresa Walker, the Associated Press. Sara, you look like you have a nice little knot there on your forehead. Is that from where you went down? And do you think it was an elbow or something caught you there?
Well, that actually happened 2 days ago. Yeah. Okay. So it didn't happen whenever I fell tonight.
I guess George for the Athletic. Following up on that, so what did happen on the fall? And then I wanted to ask you about at post-game, everybody, you guys were all waving, but you saw your parents. What was that moment like before you came back and had a moment with them?
So the fall, I was just going up for a rebound, and I think we just kind of got tangled up, and I went too far back and just kind of fell down really hard. And then just to see my dad, like he was in tears, and then I had to go over there because he's the one that got me into basketball, and to be able to share that moment with him was just amazing. So.
Here on the left.
This is for either of you guys, but your regular season home finale wasn't what you wanted it to be, and at that point you weren't sure if you were hosting these rounds really. What does it mean to have these last couple home games and end your season at Thompson Bowling like this?
I think for us, we were looking forward to playing again in TBA. So just being able to, in these last two games, these big games, both against really good teams, I think it's been a lot of fun, especially for our seniors as well, their last game in TBA, to be able to tell people that they made it to Sweet 16 in a crazy atmosphere is just really exciting for us.
Over here on the right.
Tamari, at one point, I think it was in the second quarter, definitely the first half, Tess Darby, a sophomore, is on the floor with all 4 freshmen. Just how much faith do you have in these youngsters to handle that big moment at that time?
It was the end of the first quarter, I think, and JoJo came up to me and she was like, all 4 freshmen are on the court and 1 sophomore. And I was like, are you serious? Like that, I mean, just watching from the bench, it was just like they gave us that boost, I think, going into the second quarter and put us up by a few more points. And it just shows that how hardworking our freshmen and sophomores are for this team and what they bring to us. So it's fun.
Down here in front on the left.
Tyler Womels with the Daily Times. Sarah, it's obviously not over yet, but this freshman season has been pretty crazy for you. I mean, you already carved out a bowl, and then the shot tonight has to sort of make it, sort of be the icing on the cake a little bit. Just how would you describe the freshman season that you have had at Tennessee?
It's been extremely fun. It's been everything I've dreamed it would be. And I'm just thankful for all the people that are around me because they push me every single day to be better.
I think it's quite proven now that Alexis Dye has something different in her, and March is her 4th straight double-double. What has it been like for you guys to really see her just explode these last 4 games?
Snoop is really good at basketball. So it is to no surprise to us that she's just been playing her butt off. I mean, she has won rings every year that she's played basketball, and this is the year for us. She's come on this team, and she has the winner's mentality, and she works really hard, so we're glad that she's on our team.
Here on the right.
For both players, Tamari and Sarah, you've done this all season where you've had to battle back. I mean, you waited till 17.8 seconds to go to take the lead, but how much did you draw on all those other experiences to stay calm in this moment when you were basically trailing for most of the 4th quarter?
You good?
You got it.
Okay. Well, I think we literally just thought that we had that one play mentality. So we're on offense. We don't worry about the next possession. We're in the moment. We're taking that moment. We're doing whatever we can to get an offensive rebound, and then if we don't get it, we're transitioning to defense, and then we're doing everything we can to stop them from scoring. So I think being able to have that mentality is really good for us because we're just focused on that one thing right then and there, and then we move on to the next immediately, and whatever happened doesn't affect us.
That, and I just feel like our fight, we just dug really, really deep. I feel like the games we've had this season, all this season, have just prepared us for. We talked about the adversity and things that we have faced during this season, so I feel like all of that just, it shows that we can really dig deep and fight. We want to win.
All right, we have one question in the Zoom. Chantel, go ahead.
Chantel Jennings with The Athletic. Both Tamari and Sarah, I'm just curious what the post-game walkthrough celebration was like tonight.
Run to the refrigerator, grab bottles of water, and
Stoke Sarah.
Sarah actually peeked in and saw we were about to soak her and close the door.
I did. I had to get ready. I had to mentally prepare for that moment.
And then coaches came in. There was confetti. It was a lot of fun. It was just a moment, just moments like that, that she'll just remember like years and years from now.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. Tamari.
Thank
Thank
you.
all are free to go. We'll now open up for questions for head coach Kellie Harper. Over here on the right, and then down here in front.
Coach, I know you know that we keep up with the numbers all the time, but this is the first one in 6 years. That was a lot riding on Sara Puckett's shot. Do you know if she had any idea how long it had been since Tennessee had been back?
Nah. She's. Let me say something about Sarah real quick. I was thinking about this earlier today when, we have an optional shoot around. Sarah's there. We have extra shots getting up. Sarah's shooting them. Now, don't get me wrong. She's not the only one. But I was thinking this morning how much time our freshmen have put in extra. And she may not be the top of the list, but no one's higher than her. I'll say that. And, it just pays off. Eventually it pays off. And it paid off in a big way today.
All right, we'll go with Teresa, Madison, Joe, and then Cora.
Kelly, in talking about that, she only took the 1-3, and it was that one with 17.5 seconds. That confidence in knowing that you get the ball to her, she's going to knock it down in that situation.
Well, going down the stretch, we had her in the game. We had to have a score, and we had 2 or 3 options that we were going to look for, and that was one of them. And Ray made a really nice drive. I was a little blocked from it, so I can't wait to go back and watch it. Ray made a nice drive. I think they collapsed in, and she found the open man, and Sara knocked it down. So I'm so happy for our team, so happy for Sara that shot went in.
Coach Madison Hawk, WBIR TV. I saw you get a little emotional right there when Sara and Tamari were talking. What was that about?
Oh, man, I just love this team, and they've been so much fun to coach, and I'm so proud of them, and this is a big deal. This is a really big deal, and for Sara to step up here as a freshman and have that confidence, and for Tamari to step up and make some big free throws at the end of the game and have that confidence, we got her the ball at the end of the game to shoot the free throws, and just how far she's come and grown, and how much they want it for each other. And then I think somebody asked about the end of the game and the poise. They didn't blink. I mean, they came over to the bench. What do you want me to do? I drew it up, and they went out and executed. That's where they were at. It was pretty frantic. I felt like the last, 20, 30 seconds, and they stayed poised the entire time.
Joe, here in front.
On the freshman, Kelly, it seems like obviously starting even with the SEC tournament that really you started to get more and more out of them. How have you seen since them the group of them kind of grow together?
Yeah, I tell you what, they've hung in there. Some of them have had minutes throughout the year. Some of them have had minutes late, and they're really taking advantage of their opportunities when they get them. And I'm telling you, they put so much time in outside of our practice. It's the culture here right now, but it is so strong with those freshmen, and they're so excited. I mean, they have so much energy. They're thrilled to continue to play, and I'm thrilled to continue to coach them.
2 quick questions. First, with how much players like Sara and Brooklyn have played this season, do you feel like they've done a bit more than just one season of development? And 2, Sarah's kind of struggled offensively the last 8-9 games. What's it been like for you as a coach trying to keep that confidence up because she can do that? Yeah,
we just keep talking to Sara about keep shooting. I tell her all the time, you got to keep shooting, because I think she is a really talented player, and she's had a little bit of a shooting slump, but she can do so much for us, and she's open. She's got to shoot for us, and I'm glad she did tonight. I think we told them when they got to probably early in the conference play, we told them they weren't freshmen anymore. If you played that many minutes early on, you played in big games, you've played in close games, you've made big plays in those games, and then you're pretty experienced at that point. So they've been good.
Hi, Emily Adams, Knox News Sentinel. You guys had a little bit of a breakdown there in the third quarter that kind of let them make that comeback. How were you able to rein that back in to have them pull it out at the finish like that?
Yeah, it's funny. You hear our players talk about one-play mentality. I'll be honest with you, I'm that way too. So I'm going to have to go back in the memory banks a little bit. I do know, obviously, in that third quarter, they ran down a lot of O-boards, a lot of loose balls, and felt like they capitalized on every one of them. So, they got back in it by getting some easy shots, getting some layups, making some threes off of those O-boards. And we were coming down empty a few times. I thought we took a few rushed shots. We were a little bit better there in the second half when we were giving our posts some touches, but we also had to have some ball movement as well. So for us, we had to find a little bit more movement offensively, and then tighten up our defense.
Kelly, Tamari, I know that's a heck of a record to set at Tennessee, to pass Candace Parker. And then second, of course, now you're going to Wichita, so we're going back to our old question. What's the status of Jordan Horston? Could she possibly play next weekend?
I don't know. I'll find out, Maria. It'll be fun to find out. We'll see what happens this week and see how she's progressed. And again, I know we're all very hopeful, but at the same time, we're also very realistic about her injury and what it's going to look like. So we'll kind of play it by ear and see how it goes day to day this week. What was the first part? Tamari, thank you. Yes. Listen, anytime that you were even mentioned in the same sentence as Candace Parker, you've probably done something right. And to have a record that's close to and then pass, that's an impressive number. And listen, Tamari has done it all year. Her career has she started. That was her strength when she started. She's now blossomed into more than just a shot blocker, but her shot blocking abilities really anchor our defense.
Kelly, Steve Lehman, News Channel 5 in Nashville.
Yep, thank you, sorry.
Getting to the Sweet 16 was going to be the next step for the program, obviously, but to have the sort of roller coaster ride of the great start and expectations and then all the injuries you went through and to ride it out to this and this team to be the one who did it, does it make it any more special?
Oh, absolutely. When you really have to fight for something, when it doesn't come easy, it makes it more special. It does. And they have fought. They have, gone through adversity. They've hung together. They've done everything we've asked them to do. And I wanted so bad for them to get rewarded with more basketball. And, they're excited. And they should be, because this has been an amazing journey. And they have said it all year. They have said this is a special team, and this team can do some special things in March. And here we are.
Our last two questions, Joe here in front, and then we'll wrap up with Cora.
Yeah, following up on the Sweet 16, Kelly, what about just the importance for the program, just even to have this week, to be able to show recruits and all that stuff? Like, what's the value of having this week leading into it?
Well, I think it's really important that the presence Tennessee has is in the Sweet 16. I think that's important for our program. They talk about us for another week. That's a good thing, right? And I also think it's great for what we're doing here. It's great as we continue to take steps forward. It's where we need to be. We don't take it for granted. You don't just get there. A lot of teams a lot of really talented teams are not going to be there this year. There's been a lot of parity, and just glad we're one of them.
Last question, Cora.
Kelly, the end of that game was a battle. There was a stalemate at 66-64 for 2 straight minutes of gameplay, and there was an inbounds play, I think, with less than a minute left when Brooklyn Miles got a hand on it and knocked it out of bounds. How much confidence does that give you in your team's just ability to stay locked in those final minutes and really grind out a win?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I think we've had so many of those this season. Now, a lot of them were early on. We had to fight. We had to find some comeback wins. We had to make big plays on offense. We had to make big plays on defense to secure wins throughout the season. So I think, we stepped out there. We weren't the moment wasn't too big for us. I think we were very confident stepping out there that we were going to find a way to make a play. And, like I said, we had options. We knew what we were doing if we were missing. We knew what we were doing if we were scoring. I think we were ready to go. And, every player was out there trying to do their job.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.